Very hard to catch Void Spirit. Troll that beats you in a 1 versus 1. Sven hates heroes that can actually stand their ground and fight him, and Troll is one of those. And the Spirit Breaker, that is one of the heroes that he can just literally sit on the Sven.
And this target can get sundered, this he can get surged, he can get tethered. And as
Norman.
entity...
Glimpse.
Ooh, no.
Trouble. There's the Infernal Blade, body blocks, blood grenade. And you know, before the time of blood grenades, in situations like this, you could sometimes survive. But yeah, that's in the previous game it was Watson, now it's no one. It might be a lane that the Storm can win, not if the other guy has a first blood. Probably gonna be a lot easier for MOUZ to show us what they got. Here comes the charge, though. It's gonna be seen a little bit too late. Are they gonna go for this kill, or is just Kataomi gonna be annoying? Seems the second option will be the case.
Yeah, I mean, not much for Kataomi to do when they can pull on the side of MOUZ there, and the Doom is also holding his own, so you actually get a lot of value just leaving Doom there by himself.
Watson losing this fight? Yeah, he's losing it with the double Ion Shell he's got. Fishman could be in trouble as well using that glimpse.
No glimpse.
Of course.
That's pretty big as Supreme, though.
This time around, it's gonna work out. Gets taken out. He was winning the mid lane. He has more CS, but now it's gonna be a second kill for no one. And Kataomi, he understands the what he needs to do. Doom is gonna have impact in this game versus an IO no matter what, and then you just give a good game to the Void Spirit. This is actually very smart.
He will find Narman here. Maybe they can get an avalanche toss back situation.
That's gonna be very uncomfortable for him. Of course, he does have that passive. It's gonna put him away if it does come to it. Surge and instant glimpse back. Narman is in a lot of trouble. Where though these nets? One more hit, not gonna be doing it, but Fishman will finish him off. Either way, here comes the charge as well. Without the surge, Force is gonna be in a ton of trouble. Slowed down by the Whirling Axis, doing even more damage with the melee form, and that looks like Force is going to be going down as they see him clearly with the Thunder Strike. This time around, it's gonna be Watson who gets the kill. Kataomi changes the flow of the laning stage completely. So it's definitely gonna help versus the IO once the time comes. Bengen going for a TP, which is gonna be cancelled by an Infernal Blade. So that leaves Supreme all alone. Does have level 6, so it's a much harder kill on the Storm now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so Rune was Narman's dead as well.
Well, let's see if he is. There is no mana for the glimpse at the moment. We'll have it in just a second with Avalanche. They keep him away. Vision, it's gonna be there. Fishman gets close enough, pulls Narman in. The question is, do they have enough? Yeah, right clicks from no one are insane. That innate ability from the Void Spirit is just dumb.
Just 100 damage, minute 6, you know, pretty normal stuff.
Yeah, you have 100 damage, level 1 Chain Protector. At the end, though, gonna be pulled in, Blood Grenade as well, looking very slow, trying to run away with a Healing Lotus. He's actually a hard guy to bring down, but will ultimately fall to the damage of Supreme. That rotation was successful on the bottom lane. They're doing the same thing here, though. It's only the position 4 that is rotating, which means that no one is farming all this time, and Watson is farming heroes with the help of Kataomi. Bottom lane
Wisdom Rune time.
A disaster. No, they're trying to steal it. IO tries to get it, but what an Ether Remnant, making sure it doesn't go their way. No one is standing his ground and actually winning versus Bengen. They cannot go through the Resonant Pulse Shield. Nice movements from Bengen, however, will be able to get himself away with DM joining in on the fray. There's another Astral Step. Supreme has a solid amount of mana, no Ether Remnant mana, therefore no one to cancel the TP out. Nice attempt from MOUZ, but in the end, they do not get that Wisdom Rune. It's gonna be a big deal, right? Because one side you steal their Wisdom Rune, on the other side it looked like MOUZ were perfectly set up, but Supreme didn't want to take the Wisdom Rune for himself, and that ended up costing them. Ether Remnant, it's gonna be a rune on the bottom lane. Neither of the teams have an Oracle. He's gonna try to get it. Fishman waiting for him. Come, little Storm, come. Gonna get charged up, going through onto the IO. Bengen being marked up. No one who wants him. He knows that the Storm is gonna be a hard kill, so Bengen will be the first one to fall, losing the Disruptor in the process. Avalanche toss Kataomi dropping low as well, but he's pretty tanky, so will survive for now. Even with the Iron Shell, Narman doesn't have enough. Supreme, another Astral Step being chased forward. No one. He's the big brother, has the Invis Rune. She's not gonna be taking all that much damage. Another Resonant Pulse is gonna be coming in just a second. There's the charge, and they get the kill with it. Toss might kill Kataomi, just enough damage. Norman has a level 2 toss, so it will be enough to get the kill. But in the end, Entity are still the ones winning the engagement.
Very close, but this No One Void Spirit is just popping off real hard, and we might start seeing this Void Spirit response against the Storm. I know No One is, of course, is good vacuum, but yeah, he's definitely dead.
There was no way to get out of that. It's just a disruptor versus the Darkseer. That's how Dip is. He's gonna pay with his life. Gets pushed away there on the Storm, but it is still a ranged hero. Doesn't give as much value versus ranged heroes when you push them away.
I'm liking a lot what Bengen is doing though. They allowed this man to enable himself, but as I say that, he will be jinxed and killed with a good ward planted by Kataomi.
He's in trouble. Look at that. Kataomi has a charge, pushes him back. Instant bash right after it. One more Astral Step. No One is on a mega kill streak after being pushed back a little bit in the mid lane. Now he's just getting everything that he would ever have wanted.
It is broken right now. This Storm is really, really strong and powered by the IO. There's a lot of potential here, especially when you have Iron Show in the mix.
You're gonna try to protect the Star. Glyph is available on Entity with a TP in from the Voice Break. There's a Static Storm. Perfect. Looking towards the Storm first. It's gonna be the IO that goes down. Avalanche to stop the charge. Supreme gets out of the Static Storm. They're all inside of the wall. There's gonna be something that you need to deal with. All of the illusions. No one has the Arcade Rune. Not something you're gonna fight against. In the end, MOUZ, they only lose the supports. Is that really gonna be the case? His Force is trying to run away. Ether Remnant missing and allows the offlaner of MOUZ to TP away. Let's see on the top lane if they're gonna be able to hunt him down. Meanwhile, they are losing their mid lane tower, so can you at least get something? DM did get close to his team. This is not an easy
it's
killer.
really good. This is definitely a good position that he has. This is a bait.
Yeah, he's baiting them so well, and now with the charging through all of them, Static Storm only to keep them at bay. Now they push him into the Static Storm as well. The Doom being cast. That is a dead Storm. No relocate out whatsoever. Here comes Olnet with a double stun. DM is still baiting him in. He has the speed creep, and here comes Watson. Has the ulti if he wants to use it, but might not even be needed. Actually, he did pop the ulti there with the Battle Trance, trying to go for Olnet. Another kinetic field, not allowing them to move. No relocate out for you with a charge going through both of them, but they don't care about no ball that is shining around. They want Force, they want the cores, and Entity will be getting just that. That's a triple kill for No One. Might be setting up for an ultra on Bengen as they leave him be.
Yeah, not only that, but you look at this troll, he is significantly ahead of this fan as well, and Cody will connect with that silence.
Okay, they're gonna get the IO. At least the Storm escapes. That's something. If the IO dies, maybe they're gonna be going for the Storm as well. There's the... They want to kill him. Bengen going down. Where's the charge? Isn't gonna be going through onto the Storm. Oh, he did plant the Seeds of Serenity. For that reason, the Storm might live for a second longer. He's still gonna die to the Nether Strike from Kataomi.
Minus 16. It's not even a Glimmer Cape, it's the Shadow Amulet Disruptor just TPing in front of you, and look at that. They're gonna find another one, looks like.
They're everywhere. Nether Strike pushing the IO back. Even with the mech, he tried to tether and got bashed immediately. I think he would have died anyways, but it still feels ultra bad.
You know where Onit is? They are chasing for him.
It wasn't hard to know where he is. He's farming very deep in the enemy jungle, thinking that he is safe. Nowhere is safe. We know where you are. He has been charged, and his death will soon come. The only question now that remains is who actually gets the kill, and no one will be allowed to be the one to draw the final blow.
That's probably something they can do with this man. Yeah, I think you try to take a fight, knowing that if you don't take a fight, this game just gets harder.
They reveal back, tossing the troll. He can just ulti here if he wants to. Didn't even use it.
They're afraid.
Enough. They can't go for him. At least get him onto the high ground. Let's see now. Without the troll, you have your Sven with the blink. He just blinks away. Actually goes for Fishman. Need to play Static Storm completely off the mark. This is a perfect fight for MOUZ. It is now or never. They will have to a nice dodge on the charge. Kataomi's actually living with the Bulldogs trying to get out. Supreme finishes him off at the cost of all of his mana. Fishman searching for. There will be a Doom being used. Sven is looking very much dead. Watson is back into the fray. At this point, I don't know if you can ever win a fight. They had the position. They put the troll on the cliff. They kited.
Dude, the troll had to TP to a tier 1 tower and roll back to the fight, and he still managed to do that. Like, if the fight takes that long, 5 versus 4, and you don't kill a single enemy hero, that AoE pushy push. He only has 1 point of Vortex, so no, my plan is not perfect, but it's all I have. You get the egg.
Yeah, your plan, it has some faults. I agree that your plan has some faults. They actually found them. That was a very swift response from Onlit with the blink into the trees. Quick thinking. And it just doesn't work versus Entity. Today, they woke up and they decided to be the best team in the third.
Yeah, it's definitely looking tough here for them as Narman just been solo killed by a Doom.
Storm. Oh, he instantly caught him in a net. That's the unluckiest Storm Spirit in the world. Bengen will follow. He came over to hold the hands of his Storm Spirit. Unluckily, they were ripped apart by a troll very fast.
Outplayed this game. I don't really think you can talk too much about the draft. The playstyle that Entity decided to choose against MOUZ was also great. To me, Kataomi was the MVP of this game. He totally destabilized mid and bottom. The Aya couldn't really do anything to help against that. Now this is kind of a alright, Ray Smoke. They didn't get the Aghanim's arm.
Troll into the tier 4s. He has the Aghanim section. He can purge off everything. We talked about it, and yeah, they don't do any damage. Looking towards Fishman at least, has the Glimmercave to protect himself. Ulti from the troll will be used only to kill the illusions. But the Storm Spirit is inside of the Static Storm, and he will be able to leave with an avalanche. Tossed into the air. He still has so many one charges to play with, and Watson, even without his ulti, is just gonna be running in. He dealt with the illusions. Now he wants to deal with the real heroes himself. Very hard heroes to bring down. His one charges being pulled into a very uncomfortable position. And he says, "No, you are the ones that should be feeling uncomfortable." Finally, they do bring him down, but no one turning the fight around himself. He is beyond godlike Io, buying back no one. He does have the Manta trying to dodge these attacks from the storm. The toss from Kataomi is there, has the invis. Where the dust gonna be used? Here comes the tree flying towards him, slowing him down even further. Charge available, turns around, actually goes in head first. Kataomi not afraid of anything, and with the Shiva slowing down these two supports, they're never gonna be able to kill him. They burn, they will freeze from that Shivas as well. And now, oh no, Bengen, you're gonna right click me. It doesn't matter because he's not taking any damage whatsoever. DM stands his ground, gets a double kill, and MOUZ, even with multiple buybacks, cannot finish this fight in their own favor. Much easier and more fun for yourself. 25k goalie, 25 minutes into the game. Does this mean that the game is over, Bowie? Is there a chance for MOUZ? Well, what is Dota?
Well, as you say that, Supreme dies, so I think they have a higher likelihood of winning when we don't really talk about what's bad happening. And, well, as I do that, Fourth will also die.
Well, maybe not. He is inside of the kinetic field. The rest of the team is coming. Here comes the troll, tossing their Fishman. The Glimmercave protecting himself. Nice vacuum as well. Fishman is dropping low, still alive, not for long. Charge through all of them. Pushing the Sven closer to the fountain. Dude, you should be in the fountain. That's where you can actually live. Kataomi. What was that push from the Sven? I'm not sure how Kataomi moved away from. Oh, he has a Hurricane Pike on the Spirit Breaker. That's an interesting item.
Hey. Huh.
That's really, really cool, right? You use the Nether Strike and then you push them
even further away.
That's actually cool. Oh, that's a very long toss on DM, but a very tanky hero at that. Turns around, gets the Doom onto the Sven. IO heals are not going to be doing anything, just wants to bathe in the fountain, because maybe their entity aren't going to be chasing for him. No one's standing in front of it, and he doesn't care. He knows that he's stronger than the three remaining heroes. Actually going for the kill, he's got him. With the Dissimulate, will be able to get himself again into the fountain and die. He's very happy.
Well, that's that's pretty clowny, but I mean, Watson's still getting the other tier 3. This is 2 sets of barracks, possibly 3.
Come on, I want to see the spike. He gets pushed in. Kataomi. And almost dies. There it is. Hasn't used the pipe yet. Yeah, that is very fun. GG will be called another series in favor of Entity that doesn't even... This one didn't even last 50 minutes. It's a 48-minute series in their favor, with MOUZ not having a single chance, neither in game 1 or game 2.
Relatively do well. But yeah, this Meepo, he is a hero that can snowball. Like, you're saying, oh yeah, Meepo needs to snowball. That's exactly what the hero does, and that is why Watson is so good at it.
Better luck next time.
That makes a lot more sense. I apologize, Bo. Norman eating a Gale, Fishman eating a couple of right clicks, and with the Fade Bolt, Rubik usually wins this trade. Not if Watson has something to say about it. Norman, I think he knows he's dead, so just gonna fight until the very end. Very far being used. Norman is staying here, wondering why the hell did I choose to die. At least the first wave there will be going to the Underlord, pretty much uncontested. The Razor went for the Dynamo facet. It says Razor gains 1% spell amplification for every 20 points of attack damage. That's actually quite a lot if you steal a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's pretty good team fight. But he's struggling here in this mid lane.
How are you killing this fat ogre? I guess you use that.
He doesn't have any spells.
Spells, yep. Olnet is gonna be tossing the tree, not nearly enough to finish off Kataomi, and he gets smacked as well. One guy doesn't have spells, the other guy doesn't have armor. These guys on Mars are crippled in the bottom lane. 3 minutes in, it's nothing to laugh at. First healing Lotus for Bengen, and MOUZ did get it on the other side as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Meepo doesn't care that much if he doesn't get farm, because all he needs is levels for ganking and for farming. Whereas Tiny, you need to have a good lane because you rely a lot on the Echo Saber shard timing. You want to get that shard at minute 15. Oh,
Avalanche. He's fine. He's fine. MOUZ almost losing both of their supports, but it was the Rubik denying himself to creeps, or no, Force denying him through the Gale. Not even close. Kataomi did go for the Inkswell facet, so it's pretty much the same as it was. It just Inkswell lasts a second less now. So I really wanted to see that curveball. Little Force dropping low. We see there's gonna be a deny going for Fishman. That poof wasn't all that good, but Force is dead 100% now. The only question is if there's gonna be a deny, and it's not a question because Norman is so damn good. Now he will be caught in that with beautiful body blocks from Watson, not allowing him to get into the tower. Norman trying to find a way to get the escape, but with another poof, that's not gonna be enough. He pays with his life. Oh, we see there's gonna be a deny going for Fishman. That poof wasn't all that good, but Force is dead 100% now. The only question is if there's gonna be a deny, and it's not a question because Norman is so damn good. Now he will be caught in and out with beautiful body blocks from Watson, not allowing him to get into the tower. Norman trying to find a way to get the escape, but with another poof, that's not gonna be enough. He pays with his life, but at least he does get that deny. So in general, Entity, they brought down 6 heroes. They're gonna be bringing down the 7th one. It might only be 5 kills, but they are still crushing the lanes here versus MOUZ.
Oh, imagine if they didn't get those 3 denies. This would be what, a 5k goal lead? This is tough. But as you said, MOUZ, that's exactly how they train. They lose their lanes, but they still come back. So I'm not that worried so far. It looks like they're gonna lose this Tiny.
Yeah, I think probably you should be very worried if you if you want MOUZ to do well in this series, in this tournament. You should be very, very worried because this is looking like they're gonna try anyways. They have Norman in the vicinity. The damage output of these two It's quite high. They'll look at the preparation from Entity. They're here with so many heroes. Watson is actually baiting
the trees. They're super ready. This is gonna work out. They actually gonna go?
Yeah, they're going in. The barrel gets dropped there onto Supreme. He is drunk and he's gonna soothe the pain a little bit because a lot of it is coming his way. Norman next on the main with the Pandas chasing him. There's gonna be the rock throw, Phantom's Embrace, and a couple of more hits to take him down. DM with the first split will be getting himself a double, and Entity continue to show, literally teach MOUZ how Dota is played here.
I haven't played Ogre. I haven't seen that many games. I feel like getting that as a support is ultra grieving if you have a melee area as Force. Noxious Blade.
That's gonna be their first kill of the game. Fishman going a little bit too deep, but at what cost? If you lose 3 heroes, it's actually amazing for Entity, and they're just killing you with overtime damage. Here comes the Tiny as well, offering up his life, and it's gonna be the Ogre. That Phantom's base comes back to Kataomi. They're gonna be getting another one on the Tiny. He cannot deal with it with that low attack speed, and now the poor Underlord is all alone. They might just be able to bring him down as he doesn't have a TP. He can only wait for his death to come. Bit of malice in 2 seconds. He's already caught in a net. Another one will be coming. He at least farms some flowers to put on his own grave. As Watson, he will dig it up for him.
Feel as strong because the lockdown of Meepo is something that, you know, you can deal with Sprouts. You can't really deal with Earthbind at this stage of the game, and they're going for another smoke, and probably going to be a dead Razor.
That is a huge kill. Instant Phantom's Embrace on him. No one shows his Blink Dagger. They get the kill easily, and they're even going to be looking for more. This Ogre is better off just running away. He was in a solid position to break the smoke. Unfortunately, Supreme just came from the wrong direction.
This is a really hard place to come back from because this Tiny, he can scale. Oh, as I said that, I just jinxed the guy. Is he dead?
He's very dead, though. That's a black dragon because of the Inkswell. Looks pretty menacing and scary as they're not even looking at the Tiny. The overtime damage will deal with him. There it is. The Noxious Plague will spread with the Rolling Barrel as well. So much overtime damage. There's going to be another split. Supreme joining in on the fight. He now knows he's dead. Actually, he's going to be turning around on no one. Goes down. DM running in. Supreme trying to finish off the Pandas, and DM running away with his Wind Panda there, or Storm Panda. So that's going to be 3 heroes dead. Entity getting ahead of themselves.
I'm not sure if they changed the damage type for this facet specifically.
Yeah, I doubt it, because there will be a bit of malice with no one. Inkswell is huge. There's no shard just yet. Ripped it up, pulled into a bit of malice once again. That's where no one will die. MOUZ, it seems that this is their tactic. They lose the laning stage heavily, make their opponents think that they're scrubs, and then they turn it around.
Has some decent attack speed, and I wonder if you even buy the shard without the echo just because you have the bloodlust of the other. You know, it might be a choice because he's so far behind.
I think that's what he's going for, is only the Ogre Axe. Speaking about the Ogre, very much dead. Inkswell will pop and the Ogre will drop. Watson gets the kill. He does have his Mega Meepo ready as well.
Or steal the Wisdom Rune at least if he used the Fiend's Gate to the other side.
That does continue as well as Veno, of course, is a hero. You can still deny people against. Speaking of the Veno, his life will be denied, surrounded by so many heroes. Turns around, actually starts spreading the plague. So that Patient Zero really comes into play. Won't be getting that many kills.
Yeah, and that was a lot of time as it was the pipe on the Underlord as well. If somehow the Razor BKBs that Dragon Tail, he just static links the DK that just blinked up and you can actually force a good fight. But even still, it was a fight without Own It. It was a fight without his shard. He has money for it now, but he's saving gold for a blink. Interesting approach. Not at all what other carry Tinies are doing, but this is kind of a despair moment as Rubik
has a Hurricane Pike. He's gonna get himself onto the high ground with so much regional avalanche to stop Watson, who still has the Mega Meepo. Will be turning around on the Underlord. Very hard here to kill, but ultimately will fall. There's the Dragon Tail. Wasn't the double one. Soulbind just ended. Here comes Patient Zero with the Noxious Plague. Supreme this time around will get the BKB. Sees that it wasn't in times as Watson jumps on him as well. DM still running forward despite only having one Panda alive. No, he's keeping the Storm Panda behind. Safe and sound as they find the Tiny. Only will be next to the menu. 4 heroes dead. Narman has been found. The net connects on him and they are not done with the Inkswell going for the Rubik. He has the lift up. Actually gets no one closer to himself. Come into the tier 4s where no one still isn't taking any damage. This is a Dragonite, mind you. Way too much armor, and MOUZ lose 5 of their heroes without a chance of getting anything in return.
This is one of the hardest stomps I've seen in this tournament. This is absolute domination here from Entity, and yeah, if there was any doubts that the new coach was gonna master the team, I think they're fading away. They 2-0 Enigma. They are just stomping MOUZ. Obviously, the series is not supposed to be over. This is a damn good showing.
I mean, it's a great start. Today they won the series versus with Entity. Played OG, right?
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
15 minutes. It was game time. No one now is going to be standing his ground. They're going for it, and with the fight, he gets himself away from the Razor, which is the highest damage dealer. Supreme dropping low will ultimately fall. He's actually going to try to run away. Very speedy. Watson still on the chase. So many Meepos on the case there to finish off the Razor while he's sending the rest of them to hunt down the Rubik as well. Poor Fishman will be left all on his lonesome, but even this hero is hard to bring down. You bring down one Reptile, and the other one blinks on you, stuns you as well. Kataomi has the shard with the small. He gets a lot of his HP back. Another fight heavily in favor of Entity, whilst the Ogre is standing in the base and wondering, why is he all alone in this world? Yeah, there it is. GG has been called. 20-minute game. Entity are crushing it.
They really, really are. And yeah, I don't know. I think this Underlord proved not to be enough of a response for these Meeple, because even if he can scale well against the Meeple, what he's able to accomplish with those rotations